Rumors about the next Smash character are flying. Gordon is out, Dante is in. What is this? Blocked content.
Hello, this video is for good boys and girls.
What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. The internet has been set ablaze the past couple of days because in this Super Smash Bros., in this Nintendo sphere, we've been talking about who that final character could be. And of course, we are enjoying Terry in the game right now, who is the 4th character in this Fighter's Pass, and that means there's just one more character left to be revealed. And of course, everybody's in a frenzy about who that character could be, and every single day, we tend to get a little nugget of information either from people with real inside sources that have been proven to be correct on a lot of occasions, or, new rumors, new speculation from new people in the scene that either end up being super fake or very interesting and have not been disproven as of yet. So everything is getting, well, I'd say this party is getting crazy, and that exact quote we're going to dive into today because that's some Devil May Cry stuff. And also, there's this weird Half-Life thing with a brand new game announced, and of course the Video Game Awards, and all this stuff about Gordon Freeman and Smash that I also want to get into. So there's a lot to cover here, and I'm super happy that you guys are here because a lot of you guys asked for it. There is a show called Question Blocked where I answer your questions about, upcoming Smash fighters, my thoughts on your favorite game, or even questions how to make videos on YouTube, how to get more subscribers, anything you can think of. Send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com. I've already gotten so many great emails, and one of our next videos will be one new episode about this because I just really want to answer your questions live on the show in our next episode. And for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are giving away this beautiful piranha plant puppet plushie from Nintendo, and also this amazing What's Happening My Block Buddies t-shirt, a Blocked Content exclusive. So please subscribe to Blocked Content right now. Comment down below why you should have one of these giveaway items. And we're giving away a lot more stuff very soon. We got a great partnership coming up. I really can't wait for you guys to see what is in store because as the year closes, we've got more to reveal to you. All right, guys, let's get into this. I'm super hyped to talk about this because it's some Devil May Cry in Super Smash Bros. News, right? So what I just briefly want to talk about is this very basic Twitter message that was sent out by Devil May Cry today, like a few minutes ago from me making this video. And it just simply says, "This party's getting crazy," and then a devil emoji, a guitar emoji, and a pizza emoji. So saying hashtag Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is set to rock and roll onto Nintendo Switch on February 20th, 2020 for just $19.99, which is a great get, which is amazing. I really think that for that price, getting the special edition of that game is really incredible. I mean, it's the game running on all cylinders. I really like the combat in those kinds of games because it's just over the top, super crazy, and built for combos. So if you talk about all that kind of stuff, you immediately think of something like Super Smash Bros. And why I wanted to talk about Super Smash Bros. And kind of combine it with Dante is because characters have been dropping left and right, kind of like flies, as for who the final character in the Fighter's Pass Challenger Pack is. So the number 5 character, well, we know from a couple of people that have sources on the inside that is not a couple of characters that we already speculated it could be, right? A lot of fan favorite characters that we've been looking forward to. Some were in the Grinch leak that was, debunked last year. Some of the characters were even in some leaks that are still holding up today. Some characters are even in that Me costume leak that has been going around and hasn't been proven fake at all. So really interesting stuff here, really great content, and I'd like to dive into it because on GameFAQs it basically states this: Vergeben confirms that the Gordon Freeman leak is fake. Now that is of course the content of today, basically saying that Half-Life stuff that leaked a couple of days ago that even Papagenos talked about, and he went into in depth in that whole situation, so check out his video on the matter because it is really interesting. And I just want to say that yes, all of this information has actually been disproven, and I'm going to dive into why and how, but this person here, Zakarwer3 on GameFAQs forum, actually says this very interesting tidbit right here. So far, Das Vergeben has officially deconfirmed the following characters as being the fighter in Challenger Pack number 5. So before I read the names, it's basically not like these characters are not appearing in Smash Ultimate. We don't know. We know that inside sources have said these following characters are not the next fighter getting revealed. So Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series, Geno from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, Doom Guy or the Doom Slayer from the Doom series, Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat series, and Gordon Freeman from Half-Life. They say he has implied that Hayabusa isn't completely off the table for post-Fighters Pass DLC, however, and that is basically the only character that he's commented that about, so that might hint towards that being sort of real. And of course, Geno and also Doom Guy are on this list, and both those characters supposedly have this league where there's a Mallow hat for a Mii costume, and there's also this Cacodemon, this Doom hat for a character, which could hint to, of course, Doom Slayer and then Geno being in Smash, right? Well, people have been kind of trying to remake that thing, the angle, the timer in that video leak, and all sorts of stuff pertaining to the models of the Cacodemon and stuff like that. Well, it's not been completely deproven as of yet. That hasn't happened and is probably very difficult to happen unless a person comes forward and says, I made it, here's the video of how I made it. Well, this could potentially be real. I mean, the Ken leak was totally real until the end, and we actually saw the debug menu in there, so we pretty much already knew Ken is gonna happen. Then that leak happened and everything was even more set in stone. The same thing could happen here, where I don't think that that completely 100% confirms that Geno and the Doom character are coming to Smash, but it's really big in their favor. I mean, I would be pretty upset if a Mallow hat happened and then a Cacodemon hat, but there was no character from Mario RPG there. There was no character from Doom there. That'd be really weird. So I think that this person got access to this, if it is real, and just basically teased these fighters are coming without outright showing those characters. That, to me, would be really interesting, right? So talking about this, those characters, Ryu Hayabusa, Geno, Doom Guy, Scorpion, and Gordon Freeman, yes, they've been all talked about as people really want these characters in Smash. They would be very big third-party gets for Smash Brothers and make a lot of people play. And of course, with these characters comes the idea of what kind of atmosphere does Sakurai want to create for that final character, right? What kind of route does he want to go into? Does he, really want to appeal to the Western audience, or does he really want to appeal to a wider audience, to everyone? Well, to me, all of that is up in the air as of right now, but what I wanted to talk about is on this very same image board, or on this very same forum, Vergeben has actually commented saying, the Gordon leak is very fake. And of course, a very fun comment that I wanted to post under this was, you posted one sentence. The word leak is highlighted. Leak has 4 letters. Stating that the leak is fake subtracts from the percentage of Gordon's chances in Smash. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed. And then very finally, his signature says projected out, which I totally did. But that's super funny because of course now we have Half-Life Alyx, which isn't Half-Life 3, they confirmed that, but it is a prequel to Half-Life 2, and it is actually a new game in the mainline Half-Life series. So yeah, of course debate would spark up if that character from that popular series would be in Smash Brothers, because Sakurai has talked about Half-Life, especially Half-Life 2, in detail before. He said that when that game was announced, it was huge. The way the graphics and the physics engine all worked was really new for that time, and that would make people want to up their computer's graphics card and it be able to play it. And he was really into the atmosphere of the game and the way that you use the tools to be creative, instead of games like Zelda where it's pretty obvious which tools you have to use to get past which obstacles. And for a game like Half-Life 2, it was the complete opposite, and you could basically mix and match stuff. Really what happens in basically Breath of the Wild, which I think is really cool. You can tackle all these different shrines in ways that you couldn't even think of before, because you have all these states, these different abilities, and these different weapons, so you can make really crazy jumps or creative things. So Sakurai really loves that way of game design, and he says he kind of makes the Kirby games in that way, where you can basically get all these powers for Kirby, so you can tackle the game in different kinds of ways, become a big wheel and just stampede through everything, or get a magic kind of power up and play the game more like a shooter. So I think that that's really interesting, and Sakurai really thinks that he has this sort of kind of like new look on game development because of the Half-Life series. So that's why people really said it. A guy called Monsun basically leaked this. Well, this turned out to be fake, and he actually tweeted this out saying, imagine having zero info and making the well, blah blah blah, leak ever, but still gets covered by several news outlets. How funny would that be? And of course, that completely deconfirms everything that he said, and now we know that Gordon isn't coming to Super Smash Bros. However, because of all this information, because of all the characters that have been deconfirmed so far, who is left? Well, a lot of people could be saying maybe a character like Shantae, maybe some, spirit characters or assist fighters will finally turn into a character. I am firmly in the camp that it will be a third-party character. I think Lloyd Irving makes a lot of sense right now. Crash Bandicoot is still in those names, so that won't be exactly the fifth fighter, I think, but yeah, stuff like that could really happen. I've, talked about my buddies in Blocked Content, kind of saying, who do you think will really happen to be the final character, right? And Dante did come up in that discussion, and minutes later, that news about Dante dropped, which is very interesting. So it almost felt like the heavens kind of dropped this thing. So to me, it would be Lloyd Irving or a character like Dante. Maybe Lara Croft would be interesting. Master Chief or Steve are, of course, characters from Microsoft, and they already have a rep in the game being Banjo. But of course, I've said this many times, they can't really market Banjo right now because there's no upcoming game. They can't do that with Steve, with Minecraft, of course, expanding, and with Chief because there's a new Halo game very, very close to release. So all of this to say is I think Microsoft can have another character in there, and I actually think that it would be very beneficial to both parties, both because Steve is an icon of gaming and would make so many hundreds, thousands, millions of people play Smash just because the Minecraft guy is in it. I also think Halo is one of the most influential gaming franchises of all time, so that definitely deserves to be in Smash Brothers. The Master Chief is a great character with this array of special weapons, these alien weapons that could definitely fit right into Smash, and I've always said that a first-person shooter character needs to be in Smash to represent that part of gaming. So those two characters, Lara Croft, Lloyd Irving, those are still left on the table and have not been deconfirmed for Fighter Pass 5. So all of that extremely interesting, and I really want to know if there's a character within that realm that you guys think is super possible. So let me know in the comments down below, because yeah, this gets crazier by the day, right? This whole Super Smash Bros. Ultimate League sphere, just every single day something pops up that we have to dissect completely, and that's why I love doing it together with you guys. So everything is so cool, and I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. If you comment down below, that comment could actually be featured in our next video. And today's comment question is, do you think that Fighters Pass 5 character will be someone as a surprise? Do you think this character will be someone you've either never heard of or never thought would be a character? I think that the case is very big for something like that. A character much like, how Joker was for a lot of people, that they didn't even know what Persona 5 was, or maybe even the character from Dragon Quest. A lot of people didn't know that character as well, and maybe for the Japanese audience, Banjo, right? Big surprises for people that don't know these characters. So let me know what you guys think. And as for our previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us by user Raul Cortez saying something really cool about Game Awards, right? He says, imagine this scenario. They announced the fifth fighter during the Game Awards. Everyone is excited for whoever it is. I'm hoping Crash Bandicoot. After the announcement, they say they have one more surprise coming up. Everyone stays to watch the end of the Game Awards, and countdown clock appears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Smash logo appears. Crowd goes insane. 5 new character boxes with question marks appear next to the fifth fighter select screen, also known as Fighters Pass 2. And a lot of people go insane in the comment section, so thank you so much for this great comment. It's super interesting to think about a big reveal dropping at the Game Awards. If it doesn't happen before then and the Game Awards is coming up, I will live stream that stuff. I will live stream the Game Awards and get talking about it, because I really want this to happen for Smash Brothers. I really want what happened last year with Joker, an even bigger reveal, right? 2 characters, or the announcement of a next Fighters Pass, or how many characters will be in there, especially a new trailer with some gameplay or a great cinematic. I could definitely see that happening. Sakurai knows that this is the moment that the world is watching, so let's do it together. And of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters who make block content as a channel completely possible. So if you want to have yourself created as a little block content guy, or join me for Skype discussions, or even have your own video ideas and I make them for you, well, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because there's a bunch of incredible rewards there. They're super cheap. Only $1 in the month could even get you Patreon access, so they're waiting right there for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family, I've got my arms wide open. This family needs you as a member. Click that subscribe button right now. Ring the bell next to it for notifications, so all the news and fun that you care about will be delivered on the daily to you guys. And about all that Kappa stuff, that new intro, that Sakurai stuff, just wanted to kind of, wink at everything, but I'm looking into this matter, the whole Kappa thing. It's interesting, right? YouTube is going to change. From 2020 on, the new decade is going to set some changes for the way that content is made, and I just want to know how much this affects my channel. So I've been talking to a lot of other content creators in this sphere, video games, comics, even movies and stuff like that. Everything is not aimed for kids, but definitely kids could like that content, and we want to make sure that we have the same selection of content that you love, but made in a way that we don't, do anything that YouTube doesn't like, that the law doesn't like, right? We want to make content that makes everybody happy, but also appeals to people that can really get taken in that content. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya.